Letters. Ray to SHIRL. September 25th, 1945. From Kansas, Ray writes, Darlingest, I love you. Your letter and card from Canada were waiting when we landed this afternoon. Gee, that was a swell letter. I'll bet you had a good time then, even if the season was closed. It sounded like it was a vacation where intimate little things had happened because it wasn't so crowded. Those young fellows weren't so far wrong. You don't look as old as you are. That's easy to understand. One reason is that you look so fresh and clean, and the other is that you are young inside. What a swell combination. You're like after the rain. Everything sounded so swell about the place, even in spite of the cold, which I like. Sometimes I think we've both been blessed by a very great gift, being able to get so much out of the little things other people couldn't understand and some might not even like. The little adventures that you have that you remember after bigger things are forgotten. Maybe it's just the love of being alive. Whatever it is, that's wonderful. Gee, I haven't been worth 3 cents to see you. Gee, it'd have been worth 3 cents to see you as a waitress. Betcha it was fun. Do big boats fascinate you? They do me. Watching them at night especially must be like flying, away from everything. Even the foghorn sounds strange and exciting. Last night after I called you, I felt devil-may-care-ish, so I blew a nickel in the pinball machine. The darn thing must have been out of order on account of I won 9 free games. Played for half an hour on 1 nickel. Then I started to stroll down the side streets of town. Came to a ramshackle old bridge crossing a small river and looked down and saw 2 electric light bulbs. No genuine bombardier could pass up an opportunity like this. I gathered up a mess of rocks and piled them on the bridge. Meanwhile, some little kids stopped to watch me. Of course, with an audience, I really had to do my best. I began heaving stones at the bulbs. The first couple missed, but that was okay. After missing a couple more, I got nervous and kept looking back at the little guy. He didn't say anything, but he sure looked disgusted. After missing a couple more, he downright sneered at me. Finally, he gave me the dirtiest look imaginable and walked away. I was so mad I could have strangled him. I blushed, perspired, and cursed. No sooner than he left had I got both bulbs right one after the other. There was no thrill in it, though. That little so-and-so spoiled the whole thing. Went back downtown, had some pie and coffee, and then went back to the field. I told you it had rained. When I stepped into the barracks, everything I owned was soaked and half of it was floating. Still trying to fix my electric razor. It didn't make me mad, though. I laughed at the whole mess. Not very loudly. Can I do a little bitchin'? When I called you last night, my total fortune amounted to 82 cents. That's why I called collect. That's why I didn't send you the Indian jewelry from Arizona. That's why I didn't send you the photo album from New Mexico. That's why I didn't send you flowers so many of the times I wanted to. That's why I don't call you every week. Can't seem to get even with myself. So far, out of this pay, I'm supposed to pay $210. The check is supposed to be $250. What a job of stretching it that'll take. It isn't exactly complaining, but more of steam blowing off. Couldn't even send Eddie a couple of dollars. It's the way I want it, but sometimes the going is rough. Me and the world will be clear at the end of January. From February 1st on, for us, I'm working for us. That'll be easy because the thought of something being ours is good. Oh, fiddle faddle, who ain't got the troubles these days? Everything will turn out okay, but sometimes I get a little bit down in the dumps. Can you figure out why I'm telling you all this? I can't, except that I just feel like blowing off. It isn't even as bad as it sounds. Humph. The piffle. You're sweet. I love you, darling. Well, now, wasn't that a surprise? You never know what to expect. My letters are a complete surprise to me sometimes. Oh, the hell with me. Quiet, please. What you doing, son, huh? Did you get a royal reception at the bank? Did some moron say, oh, were you away? Go ahead and hit him. How's Terry? Yum yum, what happened to Bertha with the sinus? How's Bill? Was her name Bertha? How much do you weigh now? Don't answer if you don't want to talk about such things. What are bedroom eyes? You've got them, I think. Let's go back to Mackinac. Were there tall pine trees? Could you smell them? Did you ever sleep on a pine needle pillow? Have you had any trouble crossing the border? Did you take any pictures while you were there? The Canadian sailors sounded interesting. Had they been in action? Did you see any mounted policemen? They're pretty, huh? Of course not as pretty as the USAAF. Someday when we've got a couple of weeks, let's write some words to Claire de Lune. How about fetching me a harmonica? My music has been sadly neglected these last years. Is it true that even if some rationing is called off, you still need 2 points for a sweater? My most sincere and humble apologies. The Army has announced a new discharge system. It makes no sense whatever. 37 points keeps getting smaller and smaller. I'm sure glad we know where each other is now. 2 weeks without hearing from you is horrid. It's even deplorable. Would you like a pot-bellied stove to remind you of me on account of it's such hot stuff? Wow. Did you ever whistle twice at once? It's fun. Aren't spiders awful? Speaking of I love you, I love you, I love you, why don't you try to get the same book by the same name by Ludwig Bemmel Marn. This post library has the robe, but someone has it out. Flies aren't very smart. You know, tonight was the peacefulest night there ever was. Everything was so quiet. All of a sudden it got super lonesome for you. Lonesome is an unnice thing, and your laughter is like Superman. It comes floating in and knocks out for a loop. You're a very gay person, darling. Very lovely, too. That's a good word for you. Lovely. Time for slumber. Good night, sweetheart. All my love always, Ray.